we're going to be doing 5 of my favorite exercises for building bone density and strength, and we're going to go through each exercise 3 times. And what I love about this style of workout is that each time we go through the exercise is an opportunity to make it harder or easier depending on what we need today. What we need for your class today is a chair and a couple of sets of weights. And remember this, and I always say this, is that we do not add the weight or increase the weight on the exercise until we're proficient in the exercise, which is why this style of class works so well. The first time we do the exercises is kind of, you learn them, you go through them, you see how your body feels, and then the second and third time is our opportunity to challenge ourselves. As we go through this workout, I want you to think about the amount of weight you're using. And when you're done with the workout, I want you to let me know how much weight you used. And it's not like using a lot of weight is better or using a little bit amount of weight is better. What's important is that you're aware of what you're doing to get yourself stronger. Let's get started. We're going to start our series of exercises, and we will be changing exercises every 45 seconds. And what that means, it means that we're not going to move quickly, but we are going to keep moving. And there's a difference with that. Please take your time, adapt and adjust as needed. Let's get started. We're sitting on the chair, we're hinging from the hips, the timer is on. We're going to stand and sit for 45 seconds, keeping the back long. Now, if you need to do this for less time than 45 seconds, it's absolutely fine, but you will be coming back to this class and you will notice over time that you are able to do more. You're able to add more weight or more load to your exercise. The whole thing, or the main thing to remember with these sit to stands and all the exercises we're doing today is that we're giving the body a challenge, and your body adapts to the challenge by getting fitter and stronger. And today we are doing that for 45 seconds. Now we're doing our second exercise, which is a hinge exercise. Hands are at the hips. We are going to pivot and lift back up. Now what we are looking for in this first round is a super long back, and notice that your hips are going back and forth in this exercise. And this is super important when we add a load. If you're not able to bend over this much, that's absolutely fine. Your movement will look more like this. Remember, super important, that we need to keep the back long and that we need to progress in our own time. That was 45 seconds. Now we're going to pick up our light weights to start. We're going to hold a weight in each hand and take them up, and then we're going to alternate our presses. So that means we're going to press one and then the other. Now, if you feel like the weights are too light, make a mental note that the next time we do the exercise, in a few minutes, you can lift a heavier weight. But remember the golden rule. We do not add a weight or increase a weight until we are proficient in an exercise. Let's keep going. One at a time. The rest of the body is still, if possible, excellent. Keep the same weights in the hands. We're hinging over from the hips. We have a long back, and we're doing our tricep kickbacks, which means our elbows are up. We're extending the arms and bending. If you need to stop and pause, take a look at the exercise, that's absolutely fine. The key with these tricep kickbacks is that we're hinging at the hips with a long back. And if you can't keep your back long, you're going to be more upright like this. And your elbows, if possible, are slightly higher than your torso. And every single time you straighten your arms, you give a little squeeze on the back of the arms. Excellent. So that was your tricep kickbacks. We're going to be doing our bicep curls. You probably need a heavier weight. For that, have a dumbbell in each hand, micro bend on the knees. We're going to curl the weights up one at a time. If you need a tutorial or a breakdown in how to do these exercises, we have those on the channel as well. But what we're trying to do right now is keep the entire body still, that's working the core, as we curl up the weights. As you curl up the weights, another great tip about this exercise is think about the pinky leading the way. I'll show you from the side. The pinky leads the way. That was 45 seconds. Now we're going to pick up a light weight and we're going to repeat those sit to stands. So we're sitting in the chair, but now we're holding a weight at our chest and we're going to lift and lower. Now remember, you do not add a weight or increase a weight until you're proficient at an exercise. So that means if this feels like you can't do any more, put the weight down. It's all right. Progress takes time, but it can be accelerated when you're smart about it. Let's keep going. Weight is very close to your chest. You're sitting and standing, keeping the back long, pressing into the inner heels as you come up. Excellent. Now we're going to go into our deadlifts. So you're going to pick up your weight, and now you could try a heavier weight. We're going to roll the shoulders back, and remember, we're hinging from the hips. So we're going to come over and come up. And don't feel rushed, even though we're using a timer. Please take your time and make sure you feel each repetition. You're hinging from the hips, and then you're coming up. Now, as you come over, your hips come back, but you'll also notice that the weights move up and down in a straight line. And if you need a visual, you can always pause, stop, take a look at how the weights look on me coming up and down. Excellent. Let's put down those heavier weights and pick up the lighter set of weights that we had before, unless that first round, it was easy for you, and then you pick up something heavier. Then we take the weights up, and we alternate our dumbbell presses. Now, take your time with this. Keep a micro bend on your knees. Keep your posture long. If you need to sub out this exercise, you can always do this sitting down, or you can do a different upper body exercise if this does not work for you. Please take your time. Always go slower, not faster if you're in doubt. And remember, the rest of the body is still as we're moving our arms one at a time. Now we're doing our tricep kickbacks. And you might want to pick up the heavier weight. And again, how did that first round feel for you? We're hinging over at the hips. The elbows are up, and we're going to extend and bend, and extend and bend. Ideally, the elbows are slightly higher than the torso, and every single time you extend your arms, you give the back of the arms a little bit of a squeeze. Let's get a few more times, taking your time, really, really working on that squeeze factor. When the arms get straight, let's get a few more. Excellent. Now, our bicep curls. So we bend the knees, and we pick up the heaviest weights we have if that last round we were able to do proficiently. Now we're going to curl. So remember, we lead with the pinky, and we try and keep the torso still. Now, ideally, you're doing this standing up because it also challenges the rest of the body. But if you need a break, you can do this sitting down. Keep the arms pretty close to the body, and if possible, think about leading with the pinkies. Notice, make a mental note, how the weights feel for you. Maybe you'll go up in weight the next round, or maybe you'll stay the same. Let's put those weights down and pick up a lighter weight and have a seat for our last round of sit to stands. The weight is at the chest, lift and lower. Now, if you need a break, maybe 2 rounds was enough for you, but today we're working on 3 rounds of this super strength circuit. Keep the weight close to your chest. Keep hinging from the hips. Keep sitting lightly if possible, pushing your heels into the floor as you come up. That was your sit to stands. Now pick up your heavier weights if possible. for your stiff-legged deadlifts. And again, go according to your comfort and how you feel today. Hinging from the hips, letting the weights move up and down in a straight line, keeping your back long. If you need a break, you take a break, but make a mental note. Is this feeling easy for you? And it might not feel easy today, but if you come back to this practice, if you repeat this class, the weights will start to get light, and then you increase the load. You increase the amount of weight you're using. Excellent work. We're going to bend our knees and put down those weights and pick up our lighter weights for our shoulder press. So the weights come up. It's like they're making a square, right? I know we're in the sunshine over here. And we're going to lift and lower. Excellent. Now, let the sun stream in. Keep the rest of the body still. And notice for yourself if one side feels easier than the other. And be a researcher, not a judge. Get curious about why that might be. And it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. It means you're a human being with natural imbalances, but maybe you'll focus a little bit more on the side that's a little bit more challenging. We're going to turn this into our tricep kickbacks. So pick up a weight that's appropriate for you. We're going to pivot over from the hips. We're going to elevate the elbows, and we're going to extend the arms. Now, if this is too much on your back, the solution is to lift the torso a little bit more. You could also skip or sub out this exercise with another one. We have so many great tutorials and classes on the channel that you learn different exercises that work for you. Remember to super squeeze the arm when you straighten it out. So good. Let's bend the knees and put down the weights. Pick up the heavier weights if possible. Bicep curls. So what's happening is the torso is still and you're curling one arm at a time, keeping the arm, if possible, really close to the body. Now, if you feel like you cannot do 10 of these, the weight is too heavy today, put down the weight. If you feel like you could keep going forever, that's lovely, but you do want to increase the load so your body can continue to be challenged. Even though we are specifically working on the arms, because we're standing up and doing one side at a time, we're also working on whole body strength. Now that was 3 rounds of a super strength circuit. We're going to do a quick stretch, and I'd like you to think about a couple of things as we do this stretch. So we're sitting back down in our chair and we're pushing our hands into our thighs. And as you push down, lift your chest up. So what's happening here is that we're having this super healthy, nourishing back extension. And if you're not sure what I mean, relax for a second. Right? See how we're kind of slumping? Slump is the way I look after sitting at my desk for too many hours. And then sit up tall and use your strength, use your hands to press down into your thighs and lift your chest. So what we're doing is we're using our strength by pushing down to find our length in our back. And then from here, relax. We're going to take our right hand to the front of our right knee and our left hand to our lower back. We're going to lift the chest and gently rotate towards the left. It doesn't need to be a lot, but what we are looking for here is that back extension. So use your back hand to claim that space in the lower back, and then come back to the center. Take the left hand to the front of the left knee, take the right hand to your back, find your length, push your right hand into your back, and then gently, about maybe 5 degrees, rotate towards the right, keeping your back long. Let's be vigilant about keeping the length in our body before we rotate. Super fabulous. One more favorite stretch. We're going to cross the left ankle over the right thigh. So it's like we're sitting in our own lap. So this could be a pretty intense hip stretch for some of us. And if this is too much, what I'd like you to do is simply cross it in front. But either way, the same idea of what we just did. We're going to press our hands down into our legs and lift ourselves up. And if you're doing this correctly, it's a super stretch for the left hip. And we're also at the same time practicing super fabulous posture in our back. So good. Uncross. Let's get the other side. So the right leg goes over and you flex the foot. And just like I said for the first side, if this is too much, cross it this way. Remember, every day your body is different, and you want to listen to what your body needs to feel good and strong. So the right foot is flexed and it's over, and you take your hands and you push down. And what you're doing is you're finding some space in your hips, and you're also imprinting this beautiful long posture in your back. Take a deep breath, inhale, and exhale. And then uncross and sit in the chair and notice this feeling of strength, of capacity, of potential in your body. And then just sit and feel the strength and power in your body. So that was 3 rounds of our super fabulous strength circuit. And maybe you did 2 rounds, or maybe you did 1 round, or maybe you did all 3 rounds and you're thinking about maybe next time adding a little bit more weight, adding a little bit more load. The key to remember with all of this, with all of these exercises, is to make the exercise work by making it work for you. So let me know how this went for you. Let me know what weights you used. And remember, exercise works when you know how to work it.